Good morning. I am crossing the bridge, getting ready to hike up to McAfee Knob. So I jumped up ahead just to do something that I have been wanting to do for years. So here we go. There's been a lot of people on trail, so I haven't filmed much. But I'm getting close to the second shelter, and the first mile or so to the first shelter was pretty easy. The next part had a little more smaller, steep sections, but not bad at all. I haven't hiked much this year, so I am taking it easy. So I'm only going about 5-something miles today. Taking lots of little breaks, listening to my body. I'm just enjoying it. And the quiet in between groups of people that walk by. Alright. I think I probably have another 2.5 miles, maybe a little more, to McAfee Knob. Apparently I've been saying it wrong for years. Whenever I read it, I said McAfee for years. So I talked to the locals, they said it's McAfee. So I keep saying in my head, McAfee, McAfee, McAfee. I gotta get it right. So for anyone else also wondering, that's how the locals say it. McAfee Knob. I'm walking down to the first campsite. Originally I was thinking I would camp there and climb back up here in the morning, but since water is an issue, I'm not going to do that. So I had a nice long stay up there, and I will be pushing on. But as much as there was lots of people over there, it's like totally solitude on this side. Just how I like it. I have a mosquito on my forehead. Well, I am at the pig farm campsite. Down from there at the water source. I set up my hammock down here, and looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet night. I have no idea why they call it a pig farm campsite. Must be a pig farm nearby, but I thought I heard some voices kind of up at the campsite, so there may be somebody up there. I don't know. So really, really grateful. I do have water here, so I stayed camping here. I'll fill up extra in the morning and then be able to stick to my normal plan, which was to go just beyond Tinker Cliffs and either camp at the last legal campsite or push on. I haven't decided yet. So, fly on me. So, today was a great day. It was not a hard hike. It had some steep sections, but nothing really hard. There were lots of people on McAfee Knob, but yeah, I still laid there and hung out and walked around and took lots of pictures and had lots of fun. So it's been a good day. I was to my campsite here by like probably 4:30. Found a spot to hang my bear bag, and I'm all ready for a good night. It's 0% chance of rain, so I will be open, having no tarp up, and I'm really excited about that. Being able to look up. Probably won't see many stars. I'll show you the view. Lots of trees, but I love trees anyway. So anyway, that's my update for tonight. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I have just hit the trail. I walked up from the water to the candle shelter and got to use the privy. It's always nice to use the privy in the morning. So I am headed to Tinker Cliffs. Looking forward to the day. Not sure if I'm going to do 8 miles or... No, it was like 6 miles or 9 miles. That was it. But it's kind of cloudy today, so it's not as pretty as it was yesterday, but that should also keep the temperatures down some. So didn't sleep that great last night because there was a group of guys up at the campsite that just talked all night, and they probably didn't know their voices were carrying. So I could still hear them at 1:30 a.m. I'm like, hiker midnights at 9 o'clock, y'all. But they're probably more like townies than AT hikers. So, alright, well, it looks like I've got some switchbacks to go down the hill here. I'll check in later. Alright, I made it to a spot called The Ledges. I'm 2.5 miles from Tinker Cliffs. I'm going to take a little break here. I've been about 2.5 miles so far. Nice little rock to sit on and rest. The next 2.5 miles is pretty much up to Tinker Cliffs, so I'm gonna rest while I can. It's beautiful. Okay, so this 2.5 mile climb to Tinker Cliffs has been hard. I'm going really slow and I'm tired, but I will do it. I think I have like 0.6 to go. I can't wait. It's also slowing me down because I feel like I gotta go to the bathroom again. I really don't want to go until I get to the next shelter. Well, bathroom called. Had to go. I get nauseous when I get overheated and I have to do a climb. So that's, I think, what was going on. So it was an emergency kind of situation. But I found a spot a little off trail. Luckily nobody walked by. They might have seen me if they did. I got a 1/2 mile to go to Tinker Cliffs where I plan to eat lunch, but I just have to rest. So I won't get there by noon, but that's okay. So, Lambert's Meadow campsite seemed sketchy. I did fill up water there. Didn't see a lot of good trees for hammocking. I don't know, it just kind of creeped me out, actually. I don't know why. There was nobody there. So I did push on. Don't know what that's going to mean for me for the rest of the day, but it's definitely different on this side of the mountain. But I'm not in a spot, but these little bushes have been covering both sides a lot. I don't know what they are. If they're mountain laurel, they're really small ones. Wow. Another spectacular view. This is just marked as ledges again. This is the first viewpoint north of Lambert's Meadow. Wow. This is gorgeous. Me, Virginia. Well, I'm still at this viewpoint, and this is where I am going to stealth camp. Two other ladies just hiked by, and they're planning to camp about a mile north of here, which is where I thought I was going to try to get to tonight. And so I feel even better knowing that there's other people stealth camping. She said, one of them said they haven't seen a ranger at all weekend. They started at Dragon's Tooth on Friday, and that she thinks it was budget cuts. So, yeah, but both them and I also assured each other we leave no trace and we don't start fires at all. So anyway, I did already hang my bear bag. I'm gonna wait to set up my hammock just in case the ranger comes along, but I'll be able to see the sunset from here. Not the actual setting of the sun, but there's a bunch of clouds over the mountains, and I'm thinking those are gonna turn colors for me when the sun sets. So I'm looking forward to that. We might get a little bit of rain, so I'll definitely set up my tarp tonight. Then I have a little less than 8 miles to do tomorrow to get to my car, and then a 2.5 hour drive home. So, been enjoying this section. I've always wanted to do this. I wanted to do whole Triple Crown, which includes Dragon's Tooth, but I feeling out of shape and not capable of doing that much in 3 days. So I just did the 2 of the triple crown with, can't talk. I did 2 of the triple crown, McAfee knob and Tinker Cliffs. So I'm excited about that. And then next time I come up this way, I'll probably just kind of continue this section from where I left off in Virginia and get up to where I started at McAfee knob to connect those dots over the next year or so. Well, I might post more at sunset, but just in case I forget to, I will just wanted to say goodnight and just, I'm feeling really grateful that I got to be out here and refresh myself. I did a little bit of wrestling with talking to God on this one, which I haven't done in a while, but it was important, I think, for me to be able to express some frustration with him for letting bad things happen so much. So I know he didn't actually really have like an answer as to why he allows bad things to happen, but I did get a sense that he was with me and he was glad to be with me, even though I'm upset about that. So I did feel appreciation and gratefulness that he is equipping me to help in the healing process for people that had really bad things happen. So that's my prayer, since we can't go back and change the past. That's my prayers, that I would be able to help with the healing process. So that's what I'm doing, and this helps me be able to do that. Believe it or not, it is a way for me to sweat it out, cry it out too. But I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I love the people that I work with deeply, and would not ever feel like sitting with them or listening to their stories was a burden or too hard. It is a privilege that I get to help them know something different besides the trauma and abuse in their life. So anyway, that's enough of that. All right. If I don't check back in at sunset, this was a great day. So have a good night. All right. I'm all set up. Ready for sunset. Good morning. Just above about, I think, 6 o'clock, the sky is starting to wake up with these beautiful colors. I can hear the cows down in the fields below in the valley, also singing their greeting to the sun. It was a great night, peaceful, perfect campsite. I don't know if the camera is picking this up or not, but I don't think I've ever seen a sunrise that was a rainbow. But that's really what this is. At the bottom is the deep red. It goes into orange and yellow, and I'm actually seeing green where the yellow mixes in with the light blue, and then the deep dark blue way up high is a representative of purple. It's on its way, I guess, to purple. So beautiful. A rainbow morning. Find me thankful. Find me grateful. Find me on my knees. I'm gonna go listen to that song now. Here she is, the beautiful sun. It's actually AJY. Far Out says you can climb this thing for a great view on the northern side, so I'm gonna check that out. Alright, so yeah, I'm not climbing this. That is a little too steep for my taste. So I'm sure it is a view though. Alright, I'm gonna stop and have my 11sies meal here, since I had second breakfast earlier, but it's too early for lunch. It's a good spot to stop. That's the trail. See the white blaze? That's where I'm headed. Alright, this may be the last view. I'm heading down after this. So, don't let the really mild elevation change in Far Out fool you. It's been a lot of little tiny rock scrambles up and down, so it's technical and taking time. So, and then it will pause and give you like 2 minutes of sand. It almost feels like you're at the beach, it's so soft. Followed by a pine needle section, and then right back to the rocks. This is basically edge of the rocks and moving into the sand again, looks like. Kind of have to go up there. Alright, so I just happened upon a trail angel who was a thru hiker last year. His name Buddha. I was sitting there addressing blisters on my feet, and he came by and he's like, "Oh, I've got the best blister packs ever." So he set me up with these blister packs that are like sold out. They don't sell them, make them anymore. So, and they work. I can feel the difference already. So that was good. Apparently I've never had a blister on the top of my foot before, but the KT tape that I was using to prevent blisters on the bottom was apparently rubbing on the top. So that's kind of a nasty, trying to pull off the skin. Felt like I had like a stick or something in there. I walked on it too long trying to figure out what it was. So I'm glad I stopped when I did, because Buddha saved me. So I got, a little less than 2 miles. These rocks will roll right underneath you. And acorns. Anyway, a little less than 2 miles to go to the car. And my feet feel so much better after doing that. So I got this. It's been a fun journey. I used to like to go to the train tracks and scream as loud as I could when a train went by. Pretty sure my mom taught me that when I was little. There's no train. I won't scream and scare people. I am so tempted to climb down there and put my feet in that water. But I'm only half a mile from the car. I probably should just get going. There's definitely water here. Alright, I'm almost to Daleville, the road. I can hear them. So I did have to look at my actual Google Maps GPS to figure out where my car is parked, because about 0.3 back there's like a optional blue blaze that takes you to where there's an Appalachian Trail parking. I guess that's where the shuttle bus is. I didn't know about that, so I'm parked at Valley Cleaners, which is where my shuttle drivers told me to park. And so I needed to stay on the Appalachian Trail and not take that blue blaze. So for anybody doing the same as me, just thought I would let you know so you don't have to wonder. Alright, it's been a great couple of days, a little more than 20 miles. My feet are done and I am ready to go home to see my husband. Alright, happy trails.